Speaker, the Acting Chief of Regional Operations Management Division 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Fermin D. Armendaris III, together with the Acting Chief of Regional Special Training Unit 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Lenante B. De Los Santos and Party. Please be seated, sirs. Today's guest of honor speaker is Police Brigadier General Ronaldo R. Cabral, the Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Regional Office 10. To the representative of our guest of honor speaker, Police Lieutenant Colonel Fermin D. Armendaris III, sir, the Acting Chief of Regional Operations Management Division, the representative of Police Colonel Ronald C. Batolan, the Deputy Regional Learning, Doctrine and Development Division, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ernesto Nibito M. Dain, sir, the Acting Chief of Regional Special Training Unit 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Renante B. De Los Santos, sir, the Admin Officer of RSTU 10 and Force Director, Police Major Patrick Jespi Pagirigan, sir, the representative of Police Lieutenant Colonel Rondel V. Sanchez, the Action PCO Regional Chaplain Service 10, Police.
Let us pray. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقال ربكم ادعوني استجب لكم. آمين يا رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. O God, our Almighty and source of all wisdom, we thank and praise you for allowing us to gather here today for the opening ceremony of the Basic International Security Operation Course BISOC Batches 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 acting. You may provide the participants with an open mind, healthiness, perseverance, and understanding so they can fully comprehend all the knowledge, techniques, skills, and ideas that will be imparted in this course. Guide all the instructor ES for them to have the dedication and coolness to assure the effectiveness and significance of the course. Bless us all, bless our guest of honor and speaker, Police Lieutenant Colonel Fermin Armendaris III. May he inspire us so we may have the continuing passion to learn and to grow for the betterment of ourselves, organization, and our people. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-barasi wa judani min ash-shaytan al-askari. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana walhamdulillah. Amen.
Thank you. Our Deputy Regional Director for Administration, represented by Police Lieutenant Colonel Fermin D. Armendaris III, sir. Our Officer in Charge, Regional Special Training Unit 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Renante B. De Los Santos, sir. The Deputy Chief for Regional Learning and Training Development Division, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ernesto Nibito M. Dain, sir. Representative of Regional Chaplain Service, Police Captain Ismael S. Londo, sir. RSTU training staff, BISOC immediate supervisors led by Police Lieutenant Joseph Belupo, BISOC participants, other guests, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant morning to all of us. It is my honor to welcome you all in today's event, which is the opening ceremony of Basic Internal Security Operations course, which is one of the fundamentals and vital training as a law enforcement officers have to undergo in order to prepare for many challenges that our country is encountering, especially the problem in insurgency. Whether we like it or not, it is one of the many jobs that we have. It is enumerated in the PNP mission that it is to ensure public safety and internal security. So basically, this is one of the courses that we have to take in order that we, the PNP, can able and competent enough to perform such tasks. It is also our job to improve ourselves. That's why we have to undergo trainings and seminars to be a better version of ourselves, and we can better serve the community that we serve, to serve and protect. On behalf of the training staff, we will also try our very best to make your days in this institution very interesting and memorable. I hope that you will enjoy your stay in the four portals of this institution. Let me end my message by giving a phrase from the Dakota proverb, and I quote, "The old days will never be again. Even as a man will never be a child." Once again, welcome to the opening ceremony of BISOC batches 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 R10. Good morning, sir.
And Development Division, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ernesto Negrito M. Dainzer, to do the honor, and to be followed by the acceptance of participants and declaration of opening of said course by the Acting Chief of RSTU 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Renante B. De Los Santos. Sir.
In my capacity as the Assistant Chief of Regional Learning and Doctrine Development Division, I hereby present the 328 strong participants of Basic Internal Security Operations Course, batches 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 R10 term.
Bundak lang sir. Ba't ko magiging kinigan? Nalimot na.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, my capacity as the acting training manager,
Nalimot, strong.
Regional Special Training Unit 10, I hereby accept the 328 participants of this Basic Internal Security Operation batches 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I hereby declare the opening of this course effective this date.
Thank you, sir. And to introduce our guest of honor and speaker, again, we'd like to request the Acting Chief of RSTU 10, Police Lieutenant Colonel Renante B. De Los Santos, to do the honors.
To the representative of the RDA, Police Brigadier General Ronaldo Cabral, which I'm going to introduce later. The lead BISOC instructors led by Police Lieutenant Belupo. Of course, before I forget the Deputy of the Regional Learning Doctrine
Development Division, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ernest Daing, the Course Director, at the same time the Admin Officer of RSTU 10, Police Major Patrick Jess Pagrigan, to our liaison in heaven, Police Captain Ismael Dondo, who is representing our Regional Pastoral Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Sanchez. BISOC training instructors, training staff of RSTU 10, assistant instructors, participants of BISOC batches 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 R10. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Please be seated.
Thank you very much, Bob, for such a simple yet generous introduction. On behalf of the Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Brigadier General Cabral, I am here representing. Before anything else, I would like to request the troop commander to bring the troops to Ikas Pahinga. Corridors, please. Here. Thank you. At the outset, my formal and warm greetings to Police Lieutenant Colonel Roland Sibatolan, the officer in charge of the Regional Learning and Doctrine Development Division of Pro 10, here represented by the Deputy of said office in the person of Police Lieutenant Colonel Ernesto Livieto Moraga Dari, my former deputy when I was the officer in charge of the said division of Pro 10. Please relay my thanks and gratefulness to Police Lieutenant Colonel Batulan for him being a semblance of coolness and simplicity. I couldn't be here standing before you in this platform without the mentorship of Police Lieutenant Colonel Batulan, should I say. Thank you very much, Bob, and to Sir Batulan for such a wonderful leadership experience. The office of the Regional Learning and Doctrine Development Division is my first mentoring venue when I was as the divisional staff of Pro 10. Alongside with humble officers and staff of the Regional Learning and Doctrine Development Division, we progressed and ably delivered staff functions, although the division was at that time at its beginning. Police Colonel, soon to be my classmate, Renante B. De Los Santos, Training Manager of the Regional Special Training Unit 10. My classmate, my favorite classmate, and a fellow Cobra way back breaking period when we were still cadets at the Philippine National Police Academy. He is one of the best kabalikat, a representation of a principled officer who does not waver, who does not settle for compromise to gain designation, support, and advantage from superior officers. Thank you very much, Bob, for such a good welcome, a nice welcome. Police Lieutenant Colonel Randall Vicentes, Regional Pastoral Officer of Pro 10, represented here by Police Captain Ismael S. Londo, I guess he's a deputy of the pastoral officer. Thank you very much, Bo, for blessing this traditional event with your powerful prayers. Wala na akong makita dali, ang akong barkada si Police Lieutenant Colonel Edward Eusebio. But I couldn't forget from acknowledging him as being a good friend and as a colleague also. He is the assistant training manager of this training unit. Aside from what this unit has become today, under the leadership of my classmate, Police Lieutenant Colonel Eusebio has been part of some remarkable accomplishments of this unit which everyone cannot simply neglect. Police Major Patrick Jess P. Pagiringan, Administrative Officer and Force Director at the same time of the Basic Internal Security Operations Force. Your enthusiasm, along with assistant instructors, will certainly bring this unit to greater heights. Time and again, you will prove your competence in facilitating this training. Other officers whom I may not be able to individually mention, sans list, absent list here, and non-commissioned officers who have been instruments in accomplishing the objectives of this training unit and the Office of the Regional Learning and Doctrine Development Division of Broten. The participants of the Basic Internal Security Operations Batches 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 Region 10. I am privileged to own this platform for just a few minutes. However, and hence, I don't want to finish this task without hearing responses from your end. I just want to measure your dexterity to undergo BISOC, whether you like it or not. I want to measure your physical readiness to undergo this very strenuous activity. So that when I say batch 1, I would expect batch 1 participants to assume attention and respond to me. When I say batch 1, after the last note of batch 1, you say, sir, yes sir. Claro? Sir. Batch 1. Sir. And for batch 2, batch 2. Batch 2. And for batch 2, when I say batch 2, at the last note of batch 2, I expect you assume attention and shout, hoo ha ha. Claro? Sir. Batch 2. Hoo ha ha. Wala potential sa ako. Batch 2. Hoo ha ha. And for batch 3, after last note of batch 3, you assume attention and shout, kaya natin to. Claro? Batch 3. And for batch 4, you assume attention after the last note of batch 4 and chant. All you have to do is chant the song of Reverend Maya. Umaraw, umuulan, ang buhay ay sadyang ganyan, umaaraw, umuulan. Claro? Batch 4. Batch 4. I want you to ponder on the message in the song by the Reverend Maya, because I want you to come out victorious after this. After a straight 328 training hours, 428 at the last day sa atong activity karon. I want you to internalize the lyrics so that you will develop in you some sort of endurance, encouragement, motivation, and determination. sa tanang mga classes ng Internal Security Operations Forces and other classes in the Philippine National Police ay atong mga klasong. Ours is very much different from yours. However, ang content niya will ignite encouragement, motivation, and determination for trainees like you. Ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. I am here today in representation of a newly promoted Police Brigadier General Ronaldo Rivero Cabral, the Deputy Regional Director for Administration of Police Regional Office 10, who cannot be around today in this traditional event because of some professional constraints. He needs to be in Manila for a rank drawing in Malacanang. Isa may promoted ka general kung biyaan ng BISOC compared sa promotion, you will choose a promotion over and above any activities. With fervent appreciation, I would like to express my gratefulness for this designation and confidence in me that I can well convey the message of the invited guest of honor and speaker and of Proton leadership by and large. Absent brilliance of the DRDA, I wish I could imagine and transform his thoughts into meaningful and pervading messages. Para survive dito mo, isusunod tayo rin tayo ng mga messages ng mga kanang piercing messages. And as he says, police work does not only confine in traffic responses, criminal investigation, police intelligence, implementation of search warrants, entrapment operations, service of warrants of arrest, police presence and visibility at the beat and crime-prone areas, police community relations, and a lot more basic police functions. Beyond normal and regular police functions, we are mandated by law to address insurgency. And that is basically the reason why we are here today. Unang pinakarason nga natin karon dire. Kung kami nagpayahay, it's because we're done our job. And you are still to embark on the next phase of your career. Oplan Katatagan campaign plan emphasized that mobile forces units, your future units shall conduct intelligence-driven internal security operations. One major ISO and two minor internal security operations on a monthly basis and one on a daily prophylactic operations sa inyong iwan. Apart from the assistance you will wish to render sa mga territorial units in carrying out law enforcement operations. Katong i-mention ako, search warrant, and ako sa mga nefarious elements. Also, mobile forces shall jointly conduct focused PNP military operations for ZOAN to Oplan Kaparatagan campaign plan. Bringing these jobs together, hindi naman jobs, there will be no time for us to enjoy personal convenience. Hindi ta pwede payahin rin. Walay more, walay Jollibee. The stress becomes your own to manage. Otherwise, you will frustrate yourselves from thinking that Philippine National Police is the wrong place for you to stay. It is never a greener pasture for so many truthful and religious members of Philippine National Police as an organization. Whether we like it or not, we have to fit ourselves with the needs of public service to become productive police officers. It is for this reason that Philippine National Police has designed a training program to prepare us for a more challenging and risky police function. We are continuously challenged to upgrade our capabilities to be on top all the time of the situation. The Basic Internal Security Operations Course is a program to teach you principles of combat operations, which is not limited to developing skills in shooting, map reading, and survival operations, among others. Just like any other training sa Philippine National Police, it requires virtues, most of all, courage, discipline, and patience for everyone, you and us, to hurdle and succeed amidst most trying circumstances. Allow me then to briefly define these virtues. Courage is the strength in the face of pain, and for me, it is the ability to manage fears in its trying circumstances. Everyone has fears. Kita tanan na atong kahadlok. It has developed in us from childhood and by education. What is not normal is when we do not have strength to manage and control these fears. For everyone, discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using punishment to correct disobedience. Through training, people will be more willing to obey and more able to control themselves and more focused to accomplish a task at hand. Patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering. For one and all, especially the participants of this great endeavor, you must be able to accept realities that in the Philippine National Police, we have to flex tolerance to a certain degree necessary. Your manner of standing here under the most inconvenient time of the day and the unfavorable weather condition is the initial test to fathom your mind setting and discipline. You need to complete your own tasks to become accomplished and confident members of this organization. Hence, having these virtues is indispensably necessary. Kalau paksa, para roti ka pulin ba? Para sabay. Para ka pulin. Ini ka pulin, untuk istorya ba? Para akong istorya ba? Para ang inyong reception ba? You be 4 hours. 4 hours na lang. It is a reality that we have been encountering almost uncontrollable forces where everything is almost constantly changing. Be catalyst of reawakening the mindset of each and every one of you that we need to keep abreast with the changes. Thus, we need to keep ourselves updated with the current trainings and law enforcement, crime prevention, and internal security operations, which usually threaten the national security, affecting economic development of our communities, and to a bigger extent, our nation, the Philippines. Insurgency in this region, there is atong iwan, is a threat yet cannot be underestimated by Philippine National Police, despite of breakthroughs gained during conduct of mobile forces, internal security operations, and other law enforcement operations against communist and local terrorist groups. Our vigilance would lead us to know circulating reports in the social media about terrorist atrocities which, if not continuously addressed, would escalate to a bigger problem. It really needs then our utmost attention. Another palatable reason of you joining in this training is for you to bridge the gap between unskilled and skilled, expert of the expert, to be able to face risks and challenges. Very soon, you will be members of the mobile forces, organized to deal with much lower level of internal tension posed by threat groups compared with the members of the armed forces of the Philippines. However, the challenge is not conflicting as complicated as it may first seem. It all certainly boils down to how we follow operational procedures. From today onwards until the last day of this course, 428, you will move regulated and within the confines of this training unit. And without further uncertainty, you will acquire skills you will need when you will be deployed in the mobile forces companies. Contaminate the virus. Instead, you contaminate your colleagues with the thinking that everything you do has its own purpose and reason. Do not torment yourselves from thinking the fact that you are novices, and have to follow orders because these are just parcels of you becoming full-fledged members of Philippine National Police, as seniors would usually claim. Think and assume pride by passing the rigors of this training. Do not leave without completion, and never allow anyone to brand you as second-class members of this organization. When we have joined the service ahead of you, and you are maybe juniors, but we never keep you last, and by no means you are least. Prove your worth and become victorious. At the last day of this training, try not to waver amidst trying times. Be like bamboo, flying lang siya, despite hindrance, for you to stand still until the last day of your training. Do not waste even a single minute of your training. Challenge and push yourselves to the limit. It is only a matter of positive attitudes that will bring you to your final objective. Do not compare yourselves to others, unless kung gusto niyo, you'll find yourselves in vain. Just carry out and perform your task. Do not wish to be the best, but rather do the best you can. For and on behalf of the Deputy Regional Director for Operations, Police Brigadier General, Administration, Police Brigadier General Ronaldo Cabral, is now in Manila. I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me here, and good luck to the participants of the Basic Internal Security Operations 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good morning.
Is hereby given to Police Brigadier General Ronaldo R. Cabral, Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Regional Office 10, in grateful acknowledgement of his distinguished and invaluable service rendered as a guest of honor and speaker during the opening ceremony of Basic Internal Security Operation Course, Batches 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2021 R10, held at Regional Special Training Unit 10, Damilag, Manolo, Fortich, Bukidnon,